Hello friends, today we are going to talk about the concept of transducer and sensor. Then we will discuss the characteristics and classification of transducer. Let us start with the concept of transducer and sensor. In instrumentation, the terms like transducer and sensor they are used interchangeably. They are used in a different appliances and gadgets, but there is a slightly difference between transducer and sensor, so that there is a need to be understood. Okay, now defining the concept, defining sensor and transducer, we should know what is a measurand. Measurand is a quantity under measurement in an instrumentation system. That quantity is called as the measurand, also known as information. Now, the sensors are used for detecting the status of variable or sensing the degree or level of physical measurement apart from responding to the conditions under measurement. One can say sensors is a device that perform initial measurement and energy conversion. So in other words, we can say that these sensors are the primary sensing elements that sense the condition or state or variable of that measurement and convert energy to an output of some other form of energy. So this is about the sensor. And what is the transducer? Transducer is an electronic device which convert one type of energy into the another type of energy, or the conversion of signal from one form to the another form. Let us clarify the difference of transducer and sensor. So by considering the definition, sensor senses the physical changes occurs in the surrounding and then converting it into a readable quantity. But particularly for transducer, transducer is a device which when actuates transform the energy from one form to the another. How many components are required in a sensor and transducer? In case of sensor, the sensors are itself required for sensing the particular physical quantity. But for a transducer, sensor and signal conditioners are required for the conversion of one form of energy to another form of energy. And what is the function? The function of sensor is to detect the changes and induces the corresponding electrical signal. So that we can say here, sense physical change and converting it into the readable quantity. Means the function is to detect the changes in surrounding and according to that it induces the corresponding electrical signal. But in case of transducer, conversion of one form of energy into the another. What are the examples? The examples of sensors are proximity sensor, then magnetic sensors, accelerometer sensors, light sensors, etc. And the examples of transducers are thermistor, potentiometer, and thermocouple. So this is about the difference between transducer and sensor. In the next slide, we'll discuss about the classification of transducer. Classification of transducer based on different ways, like it is based on measurement that we want to measure. Classification of transducer based on the phenomena, basic phenomena on which they work, that is based on the principle of transduction. It is also based on the function they perform, like it is at the position as a primary or secondary transducer. Then it is based on the energy requirement. According to that, it is divided into two different types, like passive and active transducer. And the last one based on the natures of circuit. They are known as the analog or digital transducers. So we will discuss in detail about the classification of different types of transducers. Okay, the first type is classification is based on measurement. There are different types of variables are required to be measured in process control industries. For example, we want to measure temperature, pressure, humidity, vibrations. According to that requirement of measurement of such variables, we must use the different types of transducers. We have some examples. For measurement of temperature, we are using thermocouple, thermistor, RTD, that is resistance temperature detector, thermostats, etc. And for measurement of pressure, we are using Bourdon tube, bellows, diaphragm, etc. So, different types of transducers are required for measurement of a different variables which are required in process control industry. So, this is about the classification based on measurement. The next one, classification of a transducer based on the principle of transduction. Okay, so in this case, due to the change in a process parameter, that is what, according to the variation of that process parameter, resistance, inductance, or capacitance may changes. Depending on the change in a resistance, capacitance, and inductance, the different types of transducers are used. For example, here, if due to change in a process parameter, if there is a change of resistance is required, we must use thermistor. If we want to change the required in terms of capacitance, we must use capacitor microphone. So what about thermistor and capacitor microphone? So see, when we use thermistor, there is a change in a temperature. According to that change in a temperature, a resistance of that semiconducting material changes. So in this case, the resistance is observed. The change in a resistance is observed due to the change in a temperature. Similar to that, when we use capacitor microphone, there are two parallel plates in which one plate is fixed and second one is a diaphragm, which is not fixed, which is a flexible. Now, due to sound pressure, there is a variation in between the variation of the diaphragm, and due to which we are getting the change in distance between these two plates. And according to that, there will be the change in a capacitance. So that the change of capacitance is observed due to the sound pressure attack on that microphone. So in this way, we can use the different types of transducer according to that principle of transduction. Okay, the third type is it is based on the function they perform. There are two different types of transducers are available. First one is a primary and second one is a secondary transducer. Here, in some cases, more than one transducers are required to measure the particular process variable. For example, measurement of a pressure using Bourdon tube and LVDT. In this picture, this is a Bourdon tube and LVDT, that is a linear variable differential transformer. In a Bourdon tube, there is one fixed end at which we have to give the pressure. There is another free end at which we are connecting one end of cord. The cord is passed through the pulley and it is connected to one end of the core. The core is placed in between primary and secondary transformer of LVDT. Primary transformer is connected to AC supply and secondary windings are connected to the voltmeter at which we have to measure the voltage. Now, if some pressure is given at the fixed end, there is a displacement of a free end. Due to the displacement of a free end, the position of core through this cord may get changed, and due to the change in a position of a core inside or in between these two windings, the developed voltage across the secondary will be changes. So voltage developed across the secondary is directly proportional to the position of core in between primary and secondary. This is directly proportional to the displacement of a free end of the Bourdon tube, and it is directly proportional to the pressure given at a fixed end of the Bourdon tube. So in this way, we can measure the change in a voltage or change in a pressure given at this end. So in this example, the Bourdon tube is placed at primary position to take the pressure, and LVDT is placed at secondary position to measure the change in output voltage, so that in this example two different transducers are used. Here Bourdon tube is at primary and LVDT is at secondary. So in this way we can measure the pressure with the help of these two transducers. The next one, the fourth one is it is based on the energy requirement. According to that energy requirement, they are divided into two different types of transducers, like active transducer and passive transducer. In active transducer, these transducers are called as a self-powering device. It means they do not require any external power supply for their conversion of energy from one form to the another form. For example, photovoltaic. In photovoltaic, the light is incident on it, and due to which we are getting the direct voltage without connecting any external source. So number of examples are there: thermoelectric, piezoelectric, photovoltaic, electromagnetic, electrodynamic, then magnetostrictive, electrokinetic, pyroelectric, then and galvanic sensors. So these are the examples of the active transducers which do not require any kind of external power supply. They have self-powering devices, so that they are known as the active type transducers. Second one is passive. Passive transducer operate under energy controlling principle. So they are not self-generating type, which require external power supply for the conversion of one form of energy into the another form of energy. For example, resistive, inductive, capacitive, all these transducers are the passive transducers. If there is a change, for example, I'll give an example here: thermistor. Thermistor is a thermal sensitive resistor. Okay, so in thermal sensitive resistor, the resistance of thermistor changes with change in a temperature. But that change in a resistance is not observed directly. So it should be connected in Wheatstone bridge as a 1R. In that Wheatstone bridge, now we have to connect external supply in between two opposite diagonal points, and remaining two diagonal points at which we have to connect the galvanometer. So if there is a external supply is connected to this, if the Wheatstone bridge is not balanced, we are getting some deflection in that galvanometer which is connected in that Wheatstone bridge. So in this way, we can find the change in a temperature in terms of change in a resistance in terms of that. So these devices are not self-generating devices. So for the conversion, it requires external supply. We can say here any change in this parameter can be recognized only when the element is made live by electric excitation. Otherwise, they are in a dead state. Okay, so this is about passive transducer. The last one is analog and digital transducer. So according to that nature of circuit, they are divided into two different types: analog and digital. Analog transducer convert the input quantity into an analog output. Analog means whose output is continuously changes with respect to time. For example, strain gauge, LVDT, thermocouple, thermistor, whose value is not constant, it is a continuously changes with respect to time. So that these type of transducers, such types of transducers are known as analog transducer. Second one is digital transducer. Digital transducer convert the input quantity into digital form of the output. For example, here shaft encoder used to measure angular position of shaft, or digital tachometer used to measure the speed. In these two examples, yes, these devices are given as a pulses at its output, and a measurement of a frequency or a distance between the pulses that indicates the speed or angular position of that shaft. So in this way, we can measure these two things. So these types of transducer or such types of transducers are called as the digital transducer. In next lecture, we will discuss the characteristics of transducer. Okay, thank you.